words of our Divine Mother from the book The Mother, from the collective works of Mother, Volume 14, page 9, topic The Divine is with you. Our Divine Mother says, never forget that you are not alone. The Divine is with you, helping and guiding you. He is the companion who never fails, the friend whose love comforts and strengthens. The more you feel lonely, the more you are ready to perceive His luminous presence. Have faith and He will do everything for you. Date 27 September 1951. It is in the Divine that we shall always find all that we need. Alone the Divine can give us a perfect safety. Let the Divine Consciousness be the leading power in your life. Let the Divine Presence be always with you. Whatever you do, always remember the Divine. The Divine manifests upon earth whenever and wherever it is possible. In each heart, the Divine's presence is the promise of future and possible perfections. Our Divine Mother says, it is only in the Divine that we can find perfect peace and total satisfaction. Behind the surface of things, there is a sea of perfect consciousness in which we can always dip. There is a consciousness that nothing can debase or tarnish or defile. It is the one that we call the Divine Consciousness. In the Divine light, we shall see. In the Divine's knowledge, we shall know. In the Divine's will, we shall release. Our Divine Mother says, outside the Divine, all is falsehood and illusion. All is mournful obscurity. In the Divine is life, light and joy. In the Divine is the sovereign peace. All our strength is with the Divine. With Him we can surmount all the obstacles. The Divine's voice is heard as a melodious chant in the stillness of the night. The Divine's triumph is so perfect that every obstacle, every ill will, every hatred rising against Him is a promise of a vaster and still completer victory. For the plenitude of His light, we invoke the Divine to awaken in us the power to express Him. The Divine's words comfort and bless, soothe and illumine, and the Divine's generous hand lifts a fold of the veil which hides the infinite knowledge. How calm, noble, and pure is the splendor of the Divine's contemplation. Our Divine Mother says, to live in the Divine with a life quite new, a life solely made of the Divine, of which the Divine should be the sovereign Lord, and so all troubles will be transformed into serenity, all anguish into peace. We feel the Divine so living in us that we await events with serenity, knowing that His way is everywhere, since we carry it in our being. The Divine's glory transforms defeats into eternity's victories. Shadows have fled before His radiant brightness. The Divine's presence gives us peace in strength, serenity in action, and an unchanging happiness in the midst of all circumstances. Our Divine Mother says, the Divine is the unalloyed happiness, the blissful felicity. But this felicity is perfect only when it is integral. The Divine is the sure friend who never fails, the power, the support, the guide. The Divine is the light which scatters darkness, the conqueror who assures the victory. The Divine alone is the support that never fails. The only response that never fails is the Divine's. The only love that never fails is the Divine's. Love the Divine alone, and the Divine will always be with you. The opinion of the Supreme Lord alone has importance. The Supreme Lord alone deserves all our love, and He returns it to us 100-fold. Take the Divine alone into your soul's confidence. Think of the Divine alone, and the Divine will be with you. A single occupation, a single aim, a single joy, the Divine. Concentration upon oneself means decay and death. Concentration on the Divine alone brings life and growth and realization. Without the Divine, life is a painful illusion. With the Divine, all is bliss. The ideal attitude is to belong only to the Divine, to work only for the Divine, and above all, to expect only from the Divine strength, peace, and satisfaction. The Divine is all merciful and gives us all that we need to lead us as quickly as possible to the goal. It is the Divine presence that gives value to life. This presence is the source of all peace, all joy, all security. Find this presence in yourself, and all your difficulties will disappear. Day and night, says our Divine Mother, day and night, constantly, the presence of the Divine is there. It is enough to turn silently inward and we detect it. Remember always the Divine, and all you do will be an expression of the Divine presence. Let me repeat. Remember always the Divine, and all you do will be an expression of the Divine presence. In activity and in silence, in taking and in giving, always the glad remembrance of Thee. All our thoughts, all our sentiments will move towards the Divine as a river towards the sea. Let all our thoughts, all feelings, all actions, all hopes be turned towards the Divine and concentrated on Him. He is our only help and our only safety. Our Divine Mother says, yes, my child, it is quite true that the Divine is the sole refuge. With Him is absolute safety. These are the divine words of our Divine Mother.